Goldman Sachs, they were paid an extremely high fees for that, according to normal investment banking standards, anywhere between 7% to 12%. Was there a need to pay Goldman so much fees?
Julian, each transaction is assessed and priced based on the specific risk factors and credit considerations at that time. So from 1MDB's perspective, they went through a process to establish what they needed, how much they needed, how fast they needed the funding, and which bank could offer a transaction that met all those criteria. So when you want to borrow a lot of money quickly in one shot from one institution, there is a price to pay. Now, what's more important though is, having borrowed the money, are you able to repay the money? That's really the crucial part of it. I'm pleased to say that based on the rationalization plan, 1MDB is able to do so.
Well, I would have to disagree with you that that's the only crucial part of it. The price of issuing that debt would be very important as well. I mean, you're of course paying coupons of 4 to 5%. That's normal, but the fees in the first year and one-off is already more, is equivalent to a few years of coupon. So effectively, the coupon of your debt for the first 2 years is double, perhaps triple, given that you're a government institution, perhaps triple of what the normal coupon rate of the debt is.
I think from what I can see based on company records, the company went through a process in order to raise its funding. That process had an assessment by various institutions as to size, quantity, price, and there was an ultimate fee that needed to be paid. So I'm afraid I can't comment any more.
Sorry, Arul, what process is that?
The internal 1MDB process. So for every time 1MDB appoints an advisor, it goes through what's called a beauty parade, where different institutions are asked to bid for a particular role. So in this case, Goldman Sachs was one of the bidders or providers of financing.
Well, this beauty parade seems to have chosen the ugliest deal in town.
As I said, this was the best option for the company at that point in time. As I told you earlier, given the size, the speed, and the fact that one bank was willing to underwrite the entire amount, therefore taking away execution and transaction risk, came at a price. And the company determined that was the best solution for it at that point in time.
According to a media report by The Edge, the Uruguay government of international bond issued almost $2 billion worth of bonds, and they paid fees to Deutsche Bank and HSBC equivalent to 0.1% of their issuance.
I cannot comment on that specific issuance as I don't know the details, but there is a very big difference between a fully underwritten bond, whereby a bank undertakes to take the entire issuance on its balance sheet, regardless of whether or not the market purchases the bonds. From what you have quoted in terms of that fee, and my experience as being an investment banker, I would have thought the Uruguayan bond was not underwritten.